I'm PirelliCarGuy. This is Adam Sifodaskalakis.
He's getting it. He's like practicing or something.
I am practicing.
2 times in a row. And
I'm practicing like 24/7.
I'm impressed.
My roommate will walk and I'll just want Sifodaskalakis. I have to say it screwed up. Sifodaskalakis.
Yeah.
Anyways, earlier we did our top 5 favorite domestic cars. Now, our bottom 5. Our least favorite domestic cars. 5 being the one we hate the least. 1 being the one we hate
the most.
And I'm almost positive, I'm not going to say anything now because I want to ruin the video, but I'm pretty sure that our number 1 slot are the same.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yes, we will. Anyways, I think I'll start this one off.
Go ahead. Tell us your least hated domestic car.
My least hated domestic car? Jeep Wrangler. I hate the car because it's like a coffin, small, hasn't changed in 50 years, but...
So it's like a Porsche? Or
it's like a Porsche.
Volkswagen Beetle?
Yes. I like the Beetle.
Yeah, the new ones are alright.
Yeah, and they come with a diesel. I like diesels. I love diesels. Anyways. Chevy. Put a diesel in the Camaro. Anyways. New story. All-wheel drive, too. Anyways. Yes, Jeep Wrangler's my
least
hated car on the 5 cars I hate the most.
See, I don't like, I have to agree, it's not on my list, but I don't like Jeep Wrangler. It just...
I hate Jeep.
It just...
Love Jeep. I hate it, I love it. I hate it because, like I said, it's like a coffin inside. It hasn't changed in 50 years. It's very minimalist inside, which that's what it is. It's an off-roader. It's not a luxury cruiser like I want. Like the Ford Raptor. Anyways. It hasn't changed in 50 years. It's small. It's like a coffin inside. Number 5 on the list. Number 4. Ford Fiesta. I want to like the car. I really want to like it. But I feel like if I look at it too hard, it might pass out because it's scared.
Now,
it's like this big.
I like the Fiesta. I think it's cute, but being 6'5", I would never buy one. I need a car that I can sit in and be comfortable. It's definitely down there on my list of Fords, but I still love it because it's a Ford. It's just, you see the little bright green Fiesta, you just go, oh, that's a Fiesta. It's very recognizable.
Same thing with Mustang.
That being said, every Fiesta is bright green.
That is true.
So I wouldn't. It's nice color, but every Fiesta is bright green. I would never buy a bright green Fiesta.
I'm thinking about a Mustang. I want to get it, and then gotta have it green.
Gotta have it green.
Gotta have it green.
Which
Same
is
as the lime squeeze.
Yeah.
Well, different shade, but
it's different on the Mustang.
Yeah, different.
Not every Mustang is that green. Every Fiesta is that green.
True. What else do they have? Teal,
red,
turquoise,
white, black, yellow.
Yeah. Anyways.
Number 3.
Number 3 on the list. The Dodge Avenger. There is nothing about this car that signals its name should be Avenger.
What's it avenging? Like normal, like avenge.
Good-looking cars. It is avenging good-looking cars.
No, that's offending.
It's avenging other cars for being good-looking.
I think we're thinking of avenge meaning having 2 different meanings.
Maybe.
You're right. It's not a good-looking car.
It's ugly.
There's actually.
This is an English class.
Yes.
Avenger's ugly. It's a Dodge. Yeah. Dodge are doing some good things, but the Avenger.
Not so much.
Not so much. Needs more alpha.
There's actually a house around the corner from where I live that has 2 Avengers.
Were they both in very bad head accidents?
I do not know, but they're both fairly new Avengers too. They're the redesign.
So they're both in recent
head injuries.
Anyways, my phone keeps shutting off, so I can't see my list. Let's see, Jeep Wrangler's number 5, Dodge Avenger was number 3, Ford Fiesta number 4. Number 2 on the list, Ford Expedition, Lincoln Navigator. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, they're like the same thing.
I hate those cars. I just hate them. They haven't changed. You can only be competitive in a market where you're staying up to date with the other companies. I mean, given for granted Chevy's Suburban and Tahoe hasn't changed since 07, 08. But the Navigator, the Expedition, it's been closer to like 98 since they've changed. There's a difference here. Chevy's not doing any better. They're not changing the trucks, and they don't have to. Because...
I mean, I do see people driving Navigators and
well,
Expeditions. They appeal to a certain group.
Yeah,
not to everyone, though.
The same group that the Avenger appeals to. People with head injuries. repeated head injuries, like sniffing expo markers and smashing your head off a wall all day.
I think that's a little extreme. Tell them your number one hated car.
Oh, maybe this is those kind of people. Number one, Dodge Grand Caravan or Caravan and the Chrysler Town and Country. Whoever came up with the minivan, minus the microbus, the 1960s, 70s Volkswagen microbus, I love that car. I would buy one if they had more than 70 horsepower.
It's cute.
They're
That's
awesome.
real, that's
They
real
come in
cute.
lime green, so obviously I'd buy one.
He likes lime green.
My phone. I don't have my shorts on, but my other shorts are lime green. My watches, lime green. Tires on my, the rims on my Toyota, I painted black and green. Anyways. Minivans. I know they're useful. I understand that people with lots of kids, or when they haul a lot of people, they have to have minivans. But they don't. They make SUVs that hold just as many people and are more useful, better looking.
Now we're doing cars they still make. You want to talk about minivans? You know what was an awful minivan?
All of them?
Well, but
Every single one of them ever made?
yes, but particularly Ford Windstar.
Yes.
Now my mother owned a Ford Windstar, 2001.
You guys traded that in and got like $200
We got like
$200.
$200 on it because there were so many recalls on the damn thing.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know what Ford was doing when they built that
The
Windstar.
same thing they did in the 90s when they sucked.
Ford just needed to get its act together, and it did. Now they have the nice. You want something that holds 7 people? Go buy a Ford Explorer. Those are beautiful.
Better yet, if you want something that holds 7 people, buy an Escalade because it's General Motors. Actually, no, I'll give you that one. Explorer over Suburban? Or would the Explorer be the
The
Tahoe?
Explorer's
Would be the Tahoe.
smaller, yeah. The Expedition is the huge one.
Right, which would be the top of the
Or
Suburban.
if you want 7 people, buy a Ford Flex.
Don't do that. I love the car, but it's really verging on the minivan line.
It's supposed to be like
A station wagon. I
station
understand.
wagon style. I like the Flex.
I like the
Flex
Flex,
is
but
nice.
like I said, it's bordering on minivan.
Yes, but it's a mini. It's bordering minivan, so it has the practicality of a minivan.
No, I'm
without
just saying it's
being a
bordering
minivan.
minivan looks.
I don't think so. I think it looks better than a minivan.
You know what it looks like? I can't say it on camera. But it looks like a box, let's say that. Saints Row the Third.
Oh,
Looks like one of those boxes
I don't think so.
for a brand new one. See, these guys aren't going to get what we're talking about.
I don't-
Unless you guys play Saints Row the Third, and there's a specific weapon on there that's
I don't
attached to a
think
baseball
so.
bat.
Yeah, baseball bat. Yeah. I don't think so. I think he's crazy.
Have you seen a box for one of those things?
Yes, because I go.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm always in the market for those, of course.
You saw the box for one. Anyways, Saints Row the Third,
You-
it's what, a meter long?
It's like a meter. It's purple.
It's
and
purple, it's attached to a baseball
It's
bat.
definitely an interesting weapon. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. Let's talk about. Let's get on to my.
That's what the Flex reminds me of. Minivans, horrible. I love the Flex. Minivans suck. Wrangler's too small.
Avenger.
Eventually, I don't even think it's a car anymore. I think it's just a myth.
They should just rename it the Dodge. Ugh.
Dodge. Ugh. Ford Fiesta. I want to like it, but I'm afraid if I look at it too hard, it's gonna just roll over and die. Oh, Navigator Expedition.
Speaking perfect.
Big and stupid.
Perfect segue into my list because my
Big and
least,
stupid.
Hey, no, that's not what it is. My least hated.
segue.
My least hated car is the Navigator Expedition combo.
Because it's a Ford guy.
No, that's why it's surprising that it actually made onto the list.
No.
The reason.
Fiesta
okay.
almost made it to your list.
Yeah, the Fiesta. So the problem with the Fiesta is small. It's cute, but I would never buy one. It's just not for me. But anyway, the other day, Monday, I believe it was, we were at Stevens Ford in Milford,
You
and
guys are jerks.
they weren't
Don't
very.
go to Stevens Ford.
They want deposits to drive Mustangs.
And their salesmen are.
If you're in Connecticut and you want a Ford, go to Bob Thomas and Hamden. They're great there. Anyway, so I sat in a Navigator. The thing I liked about it was the size, being up that high. It was just a nice commanding road position. But that's a $50-something thousand car, and the gauges are lower quality than my new Fusion. You're paying all that money. You don't
Twice
want
the price of the Fusion.
Yeah, you're paying like 54 grand. You don't want chintzy little square dials that match the clock in the center console. It's not nice.
Yeah.
The only thing I liked about that Navigator was when you open the doors, the running boards pop out. But F-150s have those, I believe.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
You and I went and looked at the Taurus show, for me. And after you left, I went and looked at an F-150 Platinum with Atlas.
Oh, nice.
And that has you open the doors and the running boards.
Right. So if you want a car that has pop-out running boards, buy an F-150. Don't buy a Navigator. And then the Expedition. My problem is, you need to be Ford's cars look so nice, and then there's the Expedition. It just hasn't changed ever.
It's horrible.
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
I hate it.
All right.
I hate it.
It's a Ford, so I'm inclined to love it. But
I still hate it.
and number 4, Chevy Volt. I like how it looks, but I don't want to drive a car that's gonna
They fixed that problem. They fixed it.
I can't get over the whole burst into flames thing.
But it's not going to do it while you're in the car. It's going to do it 3 days later while the insurance adjuster is looking at it.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Insurance adjusters, I'd be careful. You're bad people.
Yeah.
Chevy, good job. Taking out the bad people. Nope. That was bad.
I like how it looks, but the whole electric car thing doesn't appeal to me.
And I love hybrids. I drive a hybrid.
See,
right now.
he gets it. I like that either raw American muscle or stick a turbocharger into it.
I drive a hybrid right now.
I know you do.
Chevy.
I know you do.
Fantastic.
I can't like the Chevy Volt.
Yes.
Number 3 was the Dodge Avenger. I think we've covered why the Dodge Avenger is awful, but it's technically a mid-sized sedan, and I sat in one, being a mid-sized sedan, and I had no room. I mean, I know I'm tall, but there was no room.
God awful.
It's
ugly. No room.
There's nothing appealing about
It's
it.
like a Fiesta.
I think it's worse than a Fiesta. I think it's worse than a Fiesta.
He's a Ford guy. I could care less. I'm a BMW guy.
I think it's worse than a Fiesta.
Actually, I'm an Alpha guy.
Anyway.
But Alpha, you need to come to the U.S. I'm waiting.
The Dodge Dart is just an Alpha that says Dodge on it.
Right, so it's not an Alpha.
So it's a Dodge. We're not talking about Dodges anymore. Well, technically we're talking about the same general company because my number 2 is the entire Jeep company.
Yes.
Every Jeep. I just hate them. I cannot like Jeep.
Now, they used to have they had the Grand Cherokee and they also had the regular Cherokee. I'm not sure when they stopped making the regular Cherokee. But at the auto show, they had the 2014 Jeep Cherokee. I don't have a picture of it, but it's a fantastically ugly car.
Fantastically ugly.
And I love it because it's fantastically ugly.
They made it look worse.
It looks nothing like the rest of the Jeep lineup. It's fantastic.
So why is it ugly?
Because it's horrible.
So it doesn't look. So it doesn't look like a Jeep.
I mean, it's got the Jeep grille.
No, but it's on a completely different car.
It's on the same Alpha. It's going to be on the Alpha SUV platform.
I didn't know Alpha had an SUV.
They don't. They're bringing one here.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, that was what number
2.
2 on the list.
The entire company of Jeep. Number 1.
Most hated car. Do we agree?
Yes, Dodge Caravan, Grand Caravan, Chrysler Town and Country. I just hate minivans. If I want to put 7 people into a car, I buy an SUV. I buy an Explorer. I buy a Flex. Hell, I'd sooner buy a Dodge Durango than a minivan.
Dodge Durangos are actually very nice.
I'd rather have an Explorer.
Yeah, but you get the Dodge Durango RT with the 5.7 liter V8. Fantastic engine.
Okay, how many kids do you need to haul that you need a 5.7 liter V8 in an SUV?
It's not about how many kids you have to haul. It's about how fast you want to haul them.
Yes, but soccer moms buy SUVs.
And they sell the Suburban
Can we?
with a 6.2 liter.
Well, that's because it needs to. That's big enough. That's what you need to move it. Like they put a V.
Tahoe comes in the same way.
I believe they put back when they had the Ford Excursion. I believe they put like a big V12, V10.
That was a
V12.
V10. That was a stupid car.
You know,
It's obnoxious.
one of the flaws with the Excursion was it was too big to fit in normal garages.
You know what another flaw was with the Excursion? It's stupid.
See, I don't like SUVs. I like cars. So
It's stupid.
if I had to buy an SUV, it'd be a crossover, not an SUV, like the Edge, Ford Edge.
Grandmother drives a crossover.
Yes.
She drives a 2011 Cadillac SRX. I think I'm trading it in though for a foreign car.
Yeah, it's not domestic, so we're not talking about it in this video.
But we were talking about the domestic Cadillac, which isn't really domestic because it was put together in Mexico.
My car was built in Mexico, and I drive a Ford. Well, technically, it's North America, so it's better than flying it in from Japan. It's more domestic than that, right?
That's true. But the car we're thinking of getting doesn't come from Japan.
Anyway, we're getting off topic again.
It comes from England.
Basically, we both agree minivans are awful. The Fiesta's too little. The Avenger is...
Completely horrible. Minivans really, though, absolutely tick me off. Anyways, I'm PirelliCarGuy. This is Sadafa Waffle. This was our top 5 most hated domestic cars. Minivans. Horrible.